Whistle while you work at your job. Even successful employees at some point lose interest in their work. They are jammed by the routine and day after day they are thinking about quitting their job. But more often it's extremely difficult to decide whether to leave or stay. Psychologists have developed a number of tests and techniques that will let you understand your doubts much better. Career development experts can try to dissuade workers from changing their job. After all, after spending years in the same field, one has a huge experience and has a potential to make a brilliant career. According to James Citron, the senior director at Spencer Stuart in New York, lots of successful professionals tell me that they are really bored at work, and all the time they are thinking about leaving their current positions, but I always say that they have a lot of opportunities for growth right where they are. Citron says that an employee, tired of the routine work, can always find a way to get more engaged in other activities within the same company. However, there are the deadlocks. An employee suddenly realizes that he or she will never make a career of which he or she is dreaming about. In such cases it's much better to find a place where one can apply their skills, while getting paid more. So when one starts thinking about quitting the job, this tired employee should ask himself a question: can I find myself here in this company in a year? This advice is usually given by Marshall Brown, Washington consultant of career development. According to his experience, one should talk about this problem with a closely related person who can evaluate the situation our subject has found himself in. Tom Welch, career development specialist from Stuart, Florida, recommends paying more attention to the disturbing questions of the friends: is there something wrong with you? Welch has developed a special test for those thinking about changing their jobs. The first part of the test is dedicated to compiling a list of existing employee skills, as well as the benefits of a current position, including the level of salary and office location. In the second part of the test, an employee is asked questions about his colleagues. First of all, you need to figure out whether you are appreciated by your surroundings and whether you're not feeling yourself as a black sheep. If the results of the test are quite frightening, it means that you're in a bad situation. However, Welch adds that in the test the first part is the most important. Problems with adaptation inside the team can be temporary. But if an employer does not value the intellectual potential and other talents of an employee, then it will be pretty hard to find a common ground with the superiors. The consultant from Vancouver, Steve Mitten, recalls that a few people are just working to get paid. People tend to get satisfaction from what they do. Mitten advises to evaluate the attitude to the job on a 10-point scale. Mitten says, 10 points will give you the work that you love, and 1 point, the one you hate. So if your current job has scored on this scale less than 5 points, then you don't need it. By the way, when a person stops expressing enthusiasm, overall performance decreases. Welch says that those who found themselves in a similar situation suddenly realize that they start losing customers. Those are increasingly addressing other employees. Customers seem to feel that there is something wrong with a manager or a consultant. In such cases, experts advise not to be afraid of changes. You must not stagnate if the situation reaches a deadlock. How to get rid of the glass ceiling effect, and where to move on. To avoid hitting the glass ceiling, it's important to understand whether or not you are in a dead end or you're just tired and need some rest. Otherwise, you are running the risk of committing follies, just quitting your job and getting some other which you may not need at all. As a result, once again you will find yourself just where you have started. To dot the I's and cross the T's, take a break, get a vacation at least for 2 weeks. Depending on your inner sensations, you will see whether you can continue working in the same company and the same field, or you need to start from a blank slate. When we are talking about the fact that you will find yourself again, we are not talking about something abstract. We've prepared for you a list of specific questions. The answers will help you understand what to do next. This questionnaire is based on the traditional model of success that combines what you like to do, what you are doing best of all, what you are getting paid more, and so on. Your inspiration map. First of all, you need to judge on your own interests, the ones that inspire you most of all, and you're willing to devote your spare time and energy. What did you like to do most of all in your childhood? What is the source where you wanted to direct your energy? What do you like to do right now? What are you doing in your spare time? Now please answer what you don't like to do. What's that thing that you're procrastinating all the time? Which thing is able to capture you so much that you forget about time? Doing what you can feel the maximum energy recovery and inspiration? What tasks reveal your creativity most of all? What impresses you most of all? What skills and achievements of other people inspire you most of all? If you can't give an answer to this or that question, no need to rush. Dedicate as much time as you need. Write as long answers as you can. Don't be shy of some silly ideas, they can be a valuable source of important information. After you've given the answers to all the questions, please choose the top 7 things that are repeated in all answers. This will be your inspiration map. You will then need to make another map, the map of abilities and talents. You need to understand what you're doing best of all. The map of abilities is the second important component in your self-search. What daily tasks are the easiest for you? What classes in school or university were the easiest for you? What skills and abilities make you successful today? What, in your opinion, is the reason for your success? Into the development of which abilities do you invest most of your time? What questions are you most often being turned to for advice or support? Where can you call yourself an expert? Maybe you have some certificates, awards or professional recognition from colleagues or superiors management? What are your strengths? What would your boss praise you for? The same as in the previous section, please select the top 7 things that are getting repeated. After giving answers to all questions, please compare these two lists, highlight common key points and combine them in a separate list. All the points you'll get in result will be your success zone. Look through the final list and think about where you could apply your talents and skills, both inside the company and beyond. If you understand that, most likely, you will start your own business. Be sure to analyze the market needs, what products, services and competencies it needs, and what you can offer. Through this analysis you will find your own direction for further development. To make sure that you did everything right, imagine, if there was nothing you could change. What would be your profession? How do you feel about it? If you are indifferent, or you do not like this option, then you need to pass the test once again. If you are feeling quite comfortable, congratulations, you are on the right track.